March 21st, 2025, Bleach Rebirth of Souls was dropped upon the Soul Society. The sheer presence of this game was a dream come true for most of the masses. They believed this was the one that would clear the clouded skies and bring forth light upon a shining horizon, the one that would fertilize all the deprived and malnourished crops in the farmland. It was a diamond in the rough. This game would be the divine oasis satiating all past, present and future desires for a long time. They believed it will bring upon a new age. But things didn't go as expected.
They released some of the most poorly PC ports known to man.
I could be staring at the damn starting screen and this will still crash.
Unplayable is wild. Avoided for now. As a longtime Bleach fan, I'm very disappointed.
The game had a terrible launch on PC, and for several weeks a lot of excited customers weren't able to play the game. Just a month in, all hell was breaking loose. Creators and fans alike were giving their verdicts on the game. This game is a fail. Bleach Rebirth of Souls is trash. What many people were willing to give a chance at first seemed to have already found itself drowning into the abyss of no return. It's looking like Bleach Rebirth of Souls was going to arrive and instantly be forgotten like many other anime games. But not for me. I like Bleach Rebirth of Souls. I think this is one of the most innovative anime 3D fighters we have gotten in years, whether you like it or not. In just over a month, I currently have about 70 hours on it, and for perspective, it'll be compared to previous anime games I've bought. Naruto Storm Connections came out approximately 18 months ago, currently sitting at 108 hours on the game. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero game came out 7 months ago, and I currently have 120 hours on it. Rebirth of Souls is already catching up to those hours even though it's been out for significantly less time. As I said earlier, this game offers something completely different to titles we have gotten in the past. That reason alone is why I like it so much. It is refreshing to play an anime game that requires a different approach and thought process to win your matches, instead of just the normal mashing and dashing or spamming a bunch of super attacks. It's more about being patient, having decent spacing, finding openings, knowing your character, and most importantly being familiar with the matchups in this game. 33 characters who are separated into multiple archetypes, and thanks to the massive distinctions in their moveset, they all require different approaches to play or flourish in a battle. Then there's the fact that every character has their own personal soundtrack of immense quality and hype behind them.
From
the big details to even the tiniest ones, you cannot deny the fact that thought and effort was present when making this game. Now, can you argue that some of the effort was put in the wrong places? Of course, because why the hell would you release a game and still not have one of the most popular game modes ready to play even a month after release? Regardless of that, it should be illegal to try and categorize Rebirth of Souls with the likes of and punch. Whilst it isn't perfect, there's not a single game that has attempted to be different or try to create a whole new system like Bleach Rebirth of Souls has done. And I don't think it's a hot take to say that. Starting with the Konpaku mechanic, the goal is to deplete your opponent's health to 0, obviously, but there is a bit more science behind it. In this game, you want to find the most optimal way to deplete your opponent's health, which does require a bit of thinking or strategical action, and also deciding what method to use heavily relies on the character you pick. The optimal method to deplete Konpaku using Soifon isn't the same approach you can use to deplete Konpaku with someone like Tosen, as he doesn't have the same kit or capabilities. Now, this mechanic isn't perfect. There are ways to cheese with it. The sublimation specifically causes a lot of issues. However, these are things that can be fixed with a couple tweaks, and I just think it's important to note that this system is a foundation for something great and unique to be expanded upon. This game could truly become more tactically conscious if the developers manage to improve upon their formula. Rebirth of Souls is the first installment of the series, and with the game being rumored to have sold around 500,000 copies, it wouldn't be wrong to believe a sequel would come in the future. or I would at least hope so. In the roster, every character has a kit with glaring strengths and weaknesses. Because of this, they perform spectacularly against one character, but then can be completely countered by the next. For example, Hisagi gets stronger with Konpaku depletion or evolutions, thanks to his fear mechanic. So he does better against characters like Ulquiorra and Aizen because they have double evolutions, meaning they'll end up contributing more to his gauge than the average fighter. On the other hand, this same fear mechanic leads to him getting completely nullified by someone like Final Getuga Ichigo. He doesn't take Konpaku stocks, nor does he awaken, meaning Hisagi is cut off from ever reaching his full strength. Situations like this apply to almost every character in this game. The reason I mention this is because along with the unique Konpaku system, the game also attempts to create some level of depth when it comes to the matchup between characters. This aspect of counterpicking does occur in every anime game to some degree. I just believe it is heavily emphasized in Bleach Rebirth of Souls, which is why it stands out a bit more. Some may not agree with what I'm about to say. In my opinion, Bleach Rebirth of Souls has done the best job out of any anime game when it comes to making the characters feel special in their own ways. It hasn't just executed this through the use of bright lights and visual effects. The abilities every character is given and the way you have to control them feels incredibly immersive to me. Special mentions to Yoroichi, Gin and Torsen. So many characters feel so close to what they were like in the anime, and it genuinely adds an extra element of fun to these battles. This may not seem important to a lot of people, but there are so many anime games that make this oversight or they don't even attempt to do something like this. So with Bleach Rebirth of Souls, I think it's a factor we need to be appreciative about. The game is far from perfect, but there are definitely a bunch of things that can be positively taken away from it. It's bringing something fresh to the table of anime games. There are only 2 other anime games that have tried to attempt something different during their times. Both unfortunately didn't have a long lifespan, though there are a plethora of reasons why that happened outside of it just being different. Bleach Rebirth of Souls can be the one to offer something new and have a great lifespan, as long as it's updated periodically. Right now, without staple features like ranked and other online modes, it is currently running itself into a wall of stale, moldy bread. All we can really hope for is that Tamsoft don't drop the ball in this area. It's honestly the only way this game can reach the heights that it's capable of. It's rare for a first installment to possess this level of quality, and I'm excited to see what the future holds. Bleach Rebirth of Souls is a good game, and there's nothing that can make me hate it.